Second day of Missouri. I'm back where I was at yesterday morning. Gobbler's back. It's almost the same place he was. There's two more way back in there. This one's not gobbling a lot, but he's close. He's actually closer than he was yesterday. Back this way. Yesterday he was on up a ridge. Today he's down here in the bottom. So let's hope he ain't gobbling very much. We'll give it a few minutes and start tree calling to him. Gobblers these are different gobblers here. It sounds like they're getting a little closer to this ridge. They were way back here. This one closest stopped gobbling. He may be around. He ain't gobbling very much. These are really hammering over here, but they're on private. But they're gobbling a lot. This one here, he's not doing nothing, but he may have flew already down, have hens or something. I thought I heard a hen over here. It was on private. I don't think it was a hunter. So he's probably got hens with him. These here are probably a good 200 yards away, but they're gobbling. Now, rather than just going to them, and here's probably what I'm going to do for a while. I'm just going to sit here because chances are there was two cars at the gate. They're probably hearing them too. And probably if I tried to go up around this private on public, that's what everybody else is going to do. Probably if they're hearing these turkeys because they're gobbling quite a bit. I'm going to just sit here for a while. Now this turkey, if he ain't got hens, he may slip in quiet. But these, I'm probably just going to sit and keep calling. And they may slip in here because they may see somebody. May push them down in here. But now yesterday, they stayed in here quite a bit in this area. So I'm going to just kind of stay in here and call, rather than just run into them like everybody else would. This turkey's broke a little bit and he's come back. He's over there gobbling quite a bit, but he was about 250 yards. Now he's moved back over here. I seen a turkey going up through there a few minutes ago. And it looked black, but it wasn't this turkey. Oh, he's coming in. He's broke, hopefully. I think I'm going to make a move on these turkeys. They ain't gobbled for a little bit, but the last time I heard them, they moved on down to my left. There's a creek down here. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to get on the other side of that creek. I thought maybe they might come down in this. And he almost did, but this morning, but early, but I think they moved on down. And there's a pretty good sized creek down here, so I'm going to get across it. Me and some guys in competition calling to this turkey. He's over on the next hill. And he has called and called. He knows I'm up here. He ain't seen me, but he's heard me up here calling. And he's got desperate. And he just fired up that turkey call. I mean, he has cut, he has yelped, he has just yelped. Yep. He's still yelping. Just long yelps. The turkey gobbles at him. The turkey's probably about 300 yards away. I've been back here, and I've been just, you know, clucking, doing some salt, you know, doing some pretty loud yelps, and he gobbles back at me. I'm not calling as much. Actually, I'm walking back the way that turkey came this morning. He came all the way up this ridge, back over here. I'm walking back the way he came. Why am I doing that? Because the turkey's probably going to go back the way he came if he hears a hen back here where he just came from. Then he's more comfortable coming to a place he's already been because he knows there's no danger. So I'm actually walking away from the turkey, calling, walking away from the hunter, walking away from the turkey, and calling down this ridge the way the turkey came. Now he's staying on that call, just he's still on it. He's overcalling. It's just over, and the turkey's now moving back. The turkey's moving away now. And even though a turkey gobbles at you, and you think that's a good sign, a lot of times it's not, because you know that hen's all fired up, and he thinks that hen's coming to me, and he'll just stay up there and gobble. And but you know, after a while, he'll get tired, and he'll ease back the way he came, usually. Well, I'm going to be the one sitting here doing some soft calling, just letting him know I'm here when he starts gobbling. He's a gobbling full turkey, man. He must be a crazy 2 or 3 year old that just gobbles. But this guy's getting desperate. He's still calling. I swear to God, that man is called. But now the turkey's going farther away, and he'll probably circle back around where he was at this morning. Overcalling. See, it'll mess you up. Right there's a perfect example. He's calling way too much. That turkey was about 200 yards. Now he's like 300, and he's going back the other way. And he gobbled. He shook a gobbler call. Oh my God. Now, how many of y'all is overcalled like that? You know, and the turkey answers you every time, and you think, man, this turkey's fired up, he's going to come in. But he don't. He just gets further and further away from you. You just want to set up where turkeys, you know, and basically, I'm just going to set up where the turkey's already comfortable at, and do some calling when he gets, if I hear him start gobbling closer, start calling a little bit to him, letting him know you're there. But this turkey right here is a good example of a turkey that you could just push too much. Turkey's doing exactly what I said he would do. He's going right back out that ridge where he came this morning. That guy pushed him. He's calling. I said that's what would happen. He's back over here now where he was this morning. He's right on that ridge. So I'm going to go up here and look on the map. I've never been up here yet, but that ridge ends out there and on public. All this is private. He's on private, but the ridge breaks off in the public. So he's back here. I'm going up there. I'm going to cut him off because this morning he gobbled out here. He was way back here, and now he's over here. The guy's calling back there. I was back there a little bit ago, and when I said what would happen, now the turkey moved all the way up here. There he is again. I'm going up here. Let's see if we can cut him off. Don't call. You know, that's one thing you don't want to do when you're trying to cut them off. Wait till you get in front of them. So, that's exactly what I figured he would do. See, that's what overcalling will get you. Turkeys will go back the way they came, wanting that hen to follow them. I'm going to ease back around where I was at this morning. I'm almost at it. I'm just going to kind of see this turkey just keeps gobbling. He's gobbled since 6:30 this morning, and since 8 o'clock or 7:30 when that guy's he's gobbled again. That guy started calling with me down there. He has just gobbled. And I bet you that guy's still down here calling. What you want to bet? I bet you anything. That guy's still down here doing the same thing he was doing. I'm trying to get down here where I can hear and see if I can hear any calling. He's just staying right on the hill, gobbling. He's done that since, I don't see how the turkey's got a voice left. He's gobbled, I bet you, 400 times since, I'm serious, since daylight. And then when he hit that ridge, he was gobbling, but he wasn't gobbling as much. He would just gobble. And then he got, at one time he got, you know, within 100 yards of me, and I just shut up, didn't say nothing. And he kept walking out the ridge. He's got a place he wants to go. Well, then this joker out here, he's heard that turkey. I bet you he hasn't heard him at daylight. He's probably back over here. He's been walking. He's heard him, and he's come down in here. There he is again. And he's trying to call that turkey. He's right on the fence line. You know, he's about where I was at. And he's just calling, yelping, calling, gobbler shaking. There's a field up there is what it is. On private, on the map, on X, it shows a field. He's up there near that field, and he's just walking the edges of that field, gobbling, 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 because he hears this guy down here calling. Bad mistake, bad. Probably just an inexperienced hunter that just has watched too much television, thinking that just because they gobble back at you that they're interested in coming. They're interested. If you're going to play his game, you got to make him play yours. I'm thinking about just leaving this turkey. And this guy ain't going to kill him. And he'll probably be back in here in the morning. The turkey will. But I'm going to have to, you know, I'm going to have to try to figure out a different way of setting up on him. And, you know, somehow kill him early for these guys here. Because this is a gobbling turkey, man. So I'm thinking about just pulling out and leaving, because there ain't really no point sitting here.
And right there is what I'm talking about when we're talking about overcalling to a turkey. Now you got to watch that. I don't know how good the gobbling picked up, but that whole scenario played out in about 3 hours there. And that guy was down below me there. And I got to calling, and I was trying to compete with him for that gobbler. He was above me. The gobbler was, and the guy was below me. I worked the turkey. I actually seen the turkey about a couple hours earlier, and he walked above me about 80 yards, but he just didn't want to come down in that dip. But when the guy was, you know, whoever it was down there, probably heard him, you know, back somewhere, came to him and did the mistake that most people make, and it will cost them a turkey just about every time. And that's overcalling. Now we're going to talk about overcalling, and I've done a video before about overcalling. It's been a few years back, but I want to just explain something for the new viewers maybe that hasn't seen that video, and something that maybe a refresher for some of you that's been with me for years about why overcalling is a bad thing, and how sometimes it can be deceiving, because that turkey's up there gobbling, just like that one today. He gobbled probably 400 times within a 3-hour span. Every time that guy would hit his call, that turkey would gobble. Every time I'd call to him, he'd gobble back at me. But that guy started calling a lot more, and that guy stayed on that call constantly. I mean, for 2 hours straight, he stayed on that call just every few minutes. And what did I say in the video when it was happening? I said, I guarantee you that turkey's going to go back up the hill. He's going to get on that ridge. He's going to walk back and forth on that ridge. He's going to go back the way he came early this morning, and he's not coming down. And guess what happened? It's exactly what happened. Now, why did that happen? You say, well, the turkey was gobbling. It would have fooled me, because the turkey was hammering every time that every time that the guy would call or you would call, he'd fire back. And, you know, we've watched enough TV shows to know that when turkeys fire back, they're just going to come running in, right? Don't happen. And most of the time, it don't happen. Here's what happens. That turkey heard that hen, or, you know, 2 hens down there he thought was hens, just yakking away. He went back on his ridge, and he just started strutting on his strut ground. And he walked back and forth on that ridge top all morning long. And every time you'd call, I'd call or he'd call, but she done a lot more calling than I did, he gobbled. But he stayed right back up. Now, he was down there with, kind of with us when he, right before that guy started calling. And I believe that I was working him down that hill, and I believe if that guy wouldn't have been in there, I'd probably killed him, because I know what to do. This guy evidently thought the turkey was hot because he was gobbling back at him every time he hit the call. He would shake a gobble call, he would call, and man, he would just gobble back. So he's sitting down there going, man, this is awesome. He's just gonna come strutting in, I'm gonna blow his head off. And it don't happen. What happens? Experience told me he's going back on that ridge, he's going to strut back and forth, and he's going to stay there until that guy or what that gobbler thinks is that hen is coming up there that ridge to him. Don't happen, does it? Because you can't. It's private land. You're on public. You can't cross over. So you have to try to get the turkey to come find you. But as long as you're down there calling and just making all kinds of racket, he's going to stay up there. And if he gobbles 400 times, it ain't going to matter. He ain't coming to you. You got to stop overcalling, because what happens in them situations, turkeys, they get in them zones. In nature, the hen goes to the gobbler, he goes back up there where he wants to breed his hens, and he stays there, and he'll gobble every time. Acting like a very hot turkey is just going to come what them kamikaze turkeys just come flying in, and is in your lap 10 minutes or less, and that happens sometimes. But in this case, the way the turkey was acting, I knew that wasn't one of them turkeys. But he was a very vocal turkey. He'll be right back there tomorrow probably doing the same thing. But here's how you kill them turkeys. You say, well, okay, it fooled me. He gobbled a lot. So how you kill him? Here's how you kill him. Shut up. Don't call. Call enough to let him know you're there. Wait him out. Wait him out. Last year in Ohio, I had a turkey. I was thinking about that turkey when this guy was doing that. Had a turkey doing the exact same thing. Stayed on the hill, just gobbled his head off, gobbling at me every time that I would throw a call at him, and he was just gobble, 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 and I throwed everything at him and he wouldn't come. So what did I do? I just stayed quiet about 45 minutes, and he came to me looking for me. You gotta get these turkeys looking for you. So just because a turkey's gobbling doesn't mean that he's hot and he's coming in. If you find a turkey that's just staying in one spot and he gobbles a lot, and he's gobbling back at you, if he's 200-300 yards away even, like this turkey, shut up, wait him out. Now, I promise you, it'll happen many times. They'll come slipping in on you, looking for you, and you will kill them turkeys. Take a moment, please subscribe to this channel. Just hit that subscribe button down the corner. Come and like my Facebook, follow me there. Just click the link down in the description. Also, check out DellOutdoors.com, for SpringFeverCustomCalls.com, where you can check out my old slide box call signature series that's doing a lot of good for turkey hunters this year, and I'm glad that you're having success with it. Also, subscribe to the Spring Fever Custom Calls official YouTube page. I'm sure them guys appreciate it. A lot of great stuff over there also. And we'll see you in the next video, hopefully, with a turkey.